Do you want to save time when you're editing your videos? I know I do. I thought I would share with you a tip that I've actually never heard any other creator mention, but it is something I've done for a very long time. When I edit my first video, I do use a lot of keyboard shortcuts, and I do that with my mouse, with my keyboard, and with my Stream Deck. Once I have finished with editing and exporting that first run, I will put it into YouTube. I even call it first run. I title it sort of what makes sense to me. I watch my video. Now, I don't record, in this case, 19 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm not going to record that. What I am going to record is timestamps that need attention. I'm going to demonstrate that right here, 7 seconds. I want a transition scene that says Canva Doc 101. The 110 mark, I want a text overlay that says example of this coming a little later. 5:37. I want to add a transition scene that says, let me think, using Canva Docs to brainstorm. 7:20 mark, I want Canva Doc outlines. 8:15, a tip to make the document look better visually, something like that. I'm not sure exactly what I wanted. 8:55, an example of how I used Canva Docs for planning a video. Scratch what I said. I actually want it to say highlight blocks instead. 15:26, drop down feature. This is a new feature in Canva, so I want a transition scene that says new feature, drop down boxes. Overall, there was nothing that I noticed that really needed huge changing. Write down what I need, where I need it. Today, what I did was use a Canva Doc. I've got a drop-down menu here, transition, text overlay, fix it. I didn't have anything that I needed to actually fix today, but what this does is give me the timestamp or about the timestamp and what I want to do. Before I even open up my editor, I'm going to create some of these things right within Canva. I'm going to click magic switch, convert to document, get started, and if any of these will, what if we just grab this? Let's see, create my presentation. These could be used as transition scenes. I'm going to ungroup this, Canva Doc 101, and let's animate it with block. We're going to ungroup this. This is not what I want. I need it to be a text overlay, so I'm going to get rid of this. Example coming soon. Let me look and see how this is positioned or what the layers are. Okay, I want this. And then I'll take that here. And then I want this to be shorter. So let's go height. Instead of that, let's change that to this and bring it down. And let's see what that height is. That's 50. Actually, that could be a little lower. So we're going to copy this height, change it to there so that it's the same. I tell you what, we're just going to make this simple and do example coming soon. And I know that it's going to be in 2 places. I'm actually going to title this one 110. I'm going to title this page, you'll see why in a minute, 027. I'm going to title this one 225. Oh, it's the same thing. So we're going to go here and then just change the title 25 and get rid of this. Ungroup. I'm going to take this size right here and copy it and put it there because I want this to be that size and with that animation. So I'm taking this copy style and pasting that style there. I'm going to change the words. The video brainstorm, spacing. Kind of want to see what these look like, but for right now, we're just going to go with it. 5:37. I'm going to take this one, copy it. I'm going to put it here. That way I can copy style and paste it there. This changes the size of my words and also adds the animation. I will take this one down here, ungroup, go ahead and copy style so I don't forget, using highlight block. Highlight blocks for video planning. And I'm going to bring that out just a little bit and then bring this down. And I'm creating all of the text overlays and outlines that I need before I even open up my document. This one is Canva Docs for YouTube description. So let's get rid of this. Use Docs for YouTube description. YouTube links. That's it. I have created all of my Canva text overlays. I'm going to need to download this twice. One for images and one for video. So I'm just going to make it easy on myself and click share, download. I'm going to switch this file type to MP4. We're going to do the video first. And I know that I do not need page 2 or page 3 for the videos. And now I'm going to click download pages as separate files. It's going to give it to me in a zipped folder and click download. While that's working, I'm going to download the 2 images. Share, download. We're going to switch this to PNG and I'm going to click on transparent background. This will give me the overlay that I want, and I'm going to switch the pages. First, I'm going to click all pages, and then I'm going to deselect them so that I can select the 2 that I want as overlays. The reason why I'm doing both of them is just because it is a Canva Pro feature, and I don't want there to be any issues that I used the same exact image twice and download that actually downloaded. I'll be right back when the zip file is ready for me. All right, I need to go to downloads and option 1 presentation. That was the images. I've already extracted those. And this one I will need to extract, right click, extract all, extract. And now here it is. And each one of these is labeled. This is why I wanted to page title them, because see, it's got 27, 537, 720, 815, 855, 1002. So each one of them is titled with the timestamp that I'm going to need for the video. Now let's open up Camtasia. That's the video editor I use, but you can use this technique probably with any decent video editor there is that's an actual video editor. Let's go to Camtasia and I'll show you what to do. I've already uploaded and put in all of these to that video, but I want you to see how I did it and how easy it was. If it will open while I'm recording on Snagtasia. Here we go. Snagtasia. Snagit. Did I just invent a new word? I'm not installing the new update right now. New project. We're going to go to media. Media bin. We're going to import our media. Typically, I use my Stream Deck for this, but for you, I thought I would do it the old school way. We're going to go to downloads. The first thing I need to do is get in all of those video files. I selected all of them and I'm going to open it, and it's going to open right in there. For this next one though, I am going to use my Stream Deck, go back to downloads and get these 2. And you're going to notice the time is there. This is why it was so important for me to title those pages in Canva. It's going to very quickly allow me to get to those time slots. So we're going to click on open. And the final thing I need is the video. So I'm going to press the media slot on my Stream Deck again, find January 2025, first run Canva Docs. It is making me a proxy video. I don't want it to, but I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to right click, go to proxy video and delete proxy video. And now I'm going to slide this right onto track 1. Track 1 is where I want my video to be, and track 2 is where I would like for my B-roll to be, the videos, the overlays that I created. I'm going to go in order, and I'm going to start placing these about where I think I need to. I'm looking for 27 seconds, and 27 seconds, I don't know exactly where it's going to start, but it's going to give or take right about here. I'm going to slice through that And I've got a button programmed on my mouse that will do that through both clips. I'm going to take the timeline to the end of it and just go ahead and slice through that. What I want to do is just give myself a visual cue that this is about the segment that I want. So I'm going to right click, add a color label to this. I'm just going to make it red. Very easy for me to see. I've got this highlighted in red. I'm going to know that this is the segment I want. Even if I delete stuff and this winds up, let's say it winds up being moved somehow, I will know that this color means something was supposed to be above it. 27, I'm going to scroll down here because I know that these are in about the spot. So I'm going to try to find that. 110, give or take. And I know that that's too big. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead, reduce the size of it and put it like that. Also know that I want some sort of animation on it just so that it looks nice. I'm going to go over here to behaviors. That's what Camtasia calls it. And I'm just going to give it a simple fade effect. So I'm going to left click and drag it straight onto that. And this is what it would look like if it happened here. Sign. Once you have more content, so it's just going to go like that. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Copy properties because I want to go ahead and copy those properties for the next clip. I'm looking at my media bin, 225. 225. But one thing I forgot to do was change the colors. So I'm going to do that really quick. Right click, add color label, red. It really doesn't matter if it's perfect because it's probably not in the exact spot that it's supposed to be anyway. I need to add that behavior to it, to this one. Looks like I need to paste those properties. I need to scroll this. Got to go back to my media bin. The next one's 537. I'm going to show you the keyboard shortcuts that I use for my mouse. Here's Camtasia. When I talk about using my mouse, I'm probably using one of those two buttons or this button, but I use this button right here when I make a mistake and I want to undo something. This right here, let me show you what I use it. The wheel, I will use it to shrink up or expand the timeline. Right now, I'm just looking for timestamps, so I've got them smaller. Let's go to 720. But if I wanted to be more precise, then I could use my wheel there and find it that way. You can see that I've added all of these places, and every single spot where I used that, I gave it red. That way I knew that give or take about the beginning of the red is where that was going to be. Now, the reason why I did that is because there are these magnetic, I can't remember what it's called, but there's these things that will suck your timeline together. And I can't have that on the timeline where I've got all of the overlays on. But if I have it on the one track and then I go and let's say that there's a long space here and I decide I want to get rid of that space and I do that, then when I go to the next one, do you see how now this doesn't start where that is? That just gives me a visual cue that that's where I want it to start. How do you time it? I go to about right where I think it's going to go. I use the wheelie part of my mouse and I stretch out the timeline. I think that you can do it with this button right here. Yep, that's how you do it. I just use my mouse so much, I don't even think about how you do that within the program. This is the basis of what your document can look like. Okay. I think I want it to go about there. Look like, and I don't want there to be a skip there in person. So let's just quickly go over some of the options that you have. Move it here. Let's see if that will work. So I used my mouse again to split that, and I'm gonna, some of the options that you have. Actually, I can put it here Yep. Over some of the options that you have. At the top, yep, excellent. So now I know that that's where I want it. It actually went over a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to group all these. So I'm using Shift on my keyboard and my mouse to select the items and then Control G to group all of them. That way they're together and I don't have to worry about things sliding around. Once you have more content, you can convert this to, okay, I want it to go here. I want it to end right when convert presentation goes away. On my Stream Deck, I've got a button for forwarding one frame at a time. So I'm going to do that. There we go. That's where I want example coming soon to end. I'm going to go to the end of it and just shrink it down. Can convert this to a presentation and watched it again. Now I'm going to select both of those with Shift and then Control G. So now I go to the next one. So this is an example of something I want to get rid of this and this. So I clicked S on my keyboard and I'm going to backspace it. I need to click that magnetic track so that it will go back. I want to make it big, so H1 planet, and I want this. I just keep doing that through the whole thing, and then I wind up with the video document that you saw earlier. Watch this next if you want to know how I use Canva Docs to plan out a video. And there are a lot of new cool features that you should check out.